G'day mates, how you legends doing? And people call me the Babadoe, and I'm joined with my co-host, Low Power.
Hello there. Oh,
And this is Two Lads on Deck Chairs.
let's get it. It has been a road and a half getting to where we are right now. We'll show you
Bits. First of all,
the audio was scuffed.
the audio was scuffed, so
As
there's
again, people look like nothing special.
echo.
As you'll hear, here.
We forgot each of... So, we're reviewing meat pies.
Yep.
This is Two Lads on Deck Chairs reviewing meat pies.
Yep.
It's been This isn't our first rodeo, is it? Our first time recording.
No, this is the second time attempting to record this. We recorded one last night, which was already scuffed enough as it was because we didn't really know what was going on. But now, needless to say, that one was cut off very abruptly.
By a personal incident.
Yeah, by a personal incident.
Alright, send me your location. I'm on my way.
Oh no.
Denise has been in a car accident.
What? Involving a car and an accident. So, yeah.
No one was hurt.
No one was hurt, and of course that's the only thing that matters, but here we are now. Hopefully this works out okay. We have now double checked our audio, so hopefully we should be okay. Hopefully we're loud enough as well, because that was another thing we noticed.
On the quiet end.
So to discuss the rules of what we're going to do is we have bought the home brand pies from 4 different places. We've got Superbarn, Coles, Aldi and Woolworths. And we've got them all just sitting behind the computer here. You can't see them just yet, but we will review each one as we go. And we will tell you which pies are the best for a, midnight depression snack.
Yes.
Which
they
is
all
great.
look similar as well. And
Yes.
another thing that got scuffed, my deck chair has fully broken.
What did you just hit? You broke the bloody deck chair. Oh.
Anyway, it's still working.
Check this out. Look at this. Clean break. Oh, he's broken it in 2 places. Can you? I don't know if is that on the camera? Yeah, he's broken that bit too. Yeah, so he's on a different height right now, and that's not just our heights. That is because he genuinely broke the chair about half an hour ago when I put the pies in the oven.
We just bought these.
Yes, these.
So if we're reviewing deck chairs,
if we were we should do a deck chair review at some point, and this one would be on the bottom. I don't know how you sit in them, but something happens.
Something broke.
Something broke, and it's a bit tough. So I'm still hanging out. It's creaky, but like we're
Are you slightly scared now?
No, I'm very confident in my ability to sit in a chair. How do you feel?
I'm
do you wanna,
alright.
I'm tempted to show the camera what it looks like right now.
No, that's alright. You don't need.
Yeah, there's a pillow, and the whole.
It's holding it together.
The pillow is holding. He's sitting on a pillow on a bunch of broken.
The foundations aren't there.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
So we'll see. If he falls over mid thing, don't worry.
Alright. So what's our plan for this show?
But yes, our plan for this show is ideally with a little less interruption.
Chaos.
We'll be able to review and rank different things. So today's ranking is, of course, meat pies and those types of things. But we might look at, our favourite video games. We might look at our favourite movies. Alcohol,
Any form of product, there's different...
Yeah, if you guys have something that you want to see 2 lads on deck chairs review, please do let us know.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, leave it in the comments. We'd love to see. Yeah.
What about when we have a guest?
Well, when we have a guest, there's going to be a couple of options. We can either have you up on the lovely screen and we can have an interview with you, online, if you might not be in the country, if you're an international player, or you can join us right here and we can have a face-to-face chat about something, or we could go somewhere and do something. Luckily, this is HQ. This is a home base, but we are not adverse to taking a crappy camera somewhere and recording that way.
Everything. And also we have a new invention of ours, the shot clock. So every 10 minutes of the interview, we'll do a shot. They'll usually go around for an hour or so.
Yes.
But
so yeah, every 10 minutes. So if it's for an hour, that's obviously 6 shots. So I think if we do this for a while, I'll probably just end up with a solid reliance on the need for 6 shots every Thursday, which is definitely not alcoholic at all.
But it's the Aussie dream.
It's the Aussie dream though. Thursday evening beverages with a friend. How fun's that? But to get us started, to get us crack-a-lacking, I reckon we get this first pie out of the goddamn way.
So which one's this one?
I believe I wrote this down. Where's my notes app? So this first one, that one there, this is Aldi. So this is the Aldi pie.
So this is the cheapest of the crop.
Yeah, so this is the cheapest of the 4. We'll pull up a cheeky photo somewhere.
Yeah.
Alright. And to try and minimise food wastage, which is something else we've learned, is to
having half
a pie each, because I'm also kind of full. I had lunch today. But it looks alright. It looks like a mince pie.
It smells alright.
These are fresh out of the oven, so they might be hot. So
not that bad.
So, not that bad?
Not that bad.
Tastes like a pretty good meat pie, to be honest.
Pretty average. I got what I paid for. Nothing extraordinary sticking out.
Yeah. It is home brand, so I suppose we shouldn't expect too much from these ones, but now, to be clear, all of these were cooked in an oven at 180 degrees fan forced for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So these are oven cooked, not microwave prepared, because a microwave prepared meal is much more depression inducing, I think, when it comes to these pies, because they're always hot, really like scalding hot on the outside and then
frozen in the middle.
Frozen in the middle. Oh.
Honestly, good pie.
Honestly, I'm not minding this at all.
I would honestly give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah. 5 out of 10, simply because it is a meat pie. That's all it is. Actually, I think I'm going to rank it slightly higher because of its price. Because this one is cheaper than some of the other ones that we've got.
You get a pack of 6?
Yeah, off the top of my head. Did we get a pack of 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a pack of 6 from this one, and it's not bad. Thank you to our German cousins for making.
So Pat, what do you think of the situation at this hand? How chaotic this podcast has happened?
This has been cooked. It's been absolutely messed up. Like the amount of times we've tried, and Connor was saying just before, I was like, Pat, do we just pack up and try again next week? And I was like, bro, the pies are in the oven. We're doing it. We're recording it today. We're not doing it next week. We just got to get it done.
Smash it out.
Yeah, smash it out.
So,
which is annoying because in yesterday's recording we talked about a lot of things. One of those things being AI art and what that looks like. The rock, paper, scissors. I'm sure everyone's knows
by
of.
Corridor Digital.
Yeah. The rock, paper, scissors by them. Which I actually really enjoyed. To reiterate what we were saying in the last recording, because it's double audio and we're not going to make you listen to that, is, overall, I think, robots and AI have a place in society, and AI and robots taking up some of those positions allows for humans to become more creative in the other avenues where they need to be creative, where you need human creativity. You need human creativity to plant the seed. I think. A robot can't plant the seed of a creative thing. And maybe not yet, maybe they can in the future, and if that's the case, well, say goodbye to humans. Cause
well, it's always it will always have to be interpretation. They can't come up with a new idea. But ideas usually come with interpretation, so it'll be the closest thing you could do. You can get inspired to create something new. But I said as last time, I reckon it's just a tool. For their art, anime, it gives more people to have a chance and to tell better stories with it. Yes, it might take away some of the working hours of people, but it's more free to use. It is still complicated to make though.
If you can get paid per project, maybe then. Because if AI makes it so much easier to produce these things at a high level, surely at that point you could just, you could rather than pay for a project. Well, I mean, I suppose that means that people might start rushing projects out, which makes it worse, because it's a fine line of efficiency versus quality. There are people all over the world saying, there's quantity over quality or quality over quantity. There's people on both sides of that argument. But and essentially you do need to aim for that middle ground of, hey, you want the best product possible for as quick as possible. Which is hard because that's not really how the world works sometimes. But anyway, that's one of the things we discussed yesterday.
And we were discussing jobs as well.
Work.
We were discussing the philosophy of if you work in a bad job, you know more or less what you want to do in the future.
Yeah, exactly. That was actually a very interesting philosophical point. The argument that came up was, doing something that you don't want to do helps you work towards something you do want to do. Because it's only when you're in those moments, you're in those low moments, that you realise, oh crap, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I'd rather be doing this right now. So
this is just the recap portion of what we discussed.
What we discussed yesterday, but now we're going to work our way into some new things to try and help you out. Our final review, by the way, for the Coles one. Oh, sorry, Aldi. That was Aldi.
6 out of 10.
You're going to give it a 6?
You convinced me with the price.
I'm going to go with 7 just because, it's a good pie. It is a meat pie. It's all it is. It's just a meat pie.
For a depression meal, it's pretty good.
For a depression meal, I would be pretty happy with that. Put some sauce on it, because obviously I'm going to have sauce with it. It'll just taste like whatever sauce that I put with it.
But it's still
got
some substance.
It's got substance. I feel decently, I feel alright. I feel pretty good. I don't know if I'd have a second. I think if I had a second, I'd be too full. But, and even, actually no, true, I only had a half. So if I had a full pie, I think I would feel really good with that.
Alright, on to the next
one. On to the next pie. Let's do, what have we got? This is Woolies.
Woolies.
Now, spoiler alert, the Woolies pie was our least favourite from yesterday's recording because it just looks...
Even cuts
it just looks terrible. So, it looks weird on the top. It has a different top. This is Woolies home brand beef pie. And the mince looks a little funky. Cheers, I guess.
Oh god, it's all coming back to me.
This bottom pastry, not bad, but that's the only redeeming factor it has.
The mince is just horrible.
The mince isn't tasty. It's not... Yeah.
Oh.
I'm one bite in, I don't want to eat anymore.
No, I thought I'd give it a good old college try. But, shit. 3 out of 10. That shit's gross. That would give me depression.
Yeah, fuck you, Woolies.
Fuck you, Woolies.
That's ash.
That is crap.
You've made me want to have a depression pie now. And, if I came home at midnight and I had a terrible time, I had pulled that out and I heated that up, I would go to bed in tears.
Can you imagine us eating that last night if we couldn't have anything else for dinner?
Oh my god. No, I couldn't. I would rather go to my own home and find 2 pieces. I'd rather have 2 pieces of raisin toast.
Raisin toast.
Actually, there's a thing. Is breakfast, so things that you have for breakfast, like cereal, toast, say raisin toast and cereal, is it acceptable to eat them at night? Because I have a strong opinion on this, but I will let you talk first.
Honestly, not a big breakfast guy. I usually only have a smoothie, if lucky.
What's your smoothie?
Well, it's mixed berries, banana, yogurt, milk, spinach.
In that sense, would you ever eat cereal late at night or in the afternoon?
I would have it for a lunch, not a dinner.
You have it for a lunch? Interesting. No, as in, I'm not necessarily saying for dinner. But as a snack.
As a snack at night,
As a
I would
snack.
not touch it.
You wouldn't touch it?
I would not touch it. Any breakfast,
Really?
A toasted sandwich, I wouldn't consider a breakfast.
That's toasted sandwich is lunch.
Yeah, so I would have that at night, something like that,
Yeah, okay.
over just having cereal.
So if I
get a bowl of Nutri-Grain, I'm not thinking that's a snack. I'm thinking I just need that. It's more of a requirement to eat something in the morning,
right,
rather than a
'Cause
snack.
For me, I love cereal. I will eat cereal at any time of day, at any reason, anywhere. Like it'll be 5 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm so close to dinner, but I'm so hungry, and so I just eat a bowl of cereal, and then I cook dinner, and then I eat dinner. Because the bowl of cereal for me, I love milk. I like cereal. I like that. But a raisin toast, fam, I could eat that 24 hours.
24 hours.
24
hours.
What
What about a bowl of Wheat Bix?
A bowl of Wheat Bix. See, here's the thing. In my mind, a bowl of Wheat Bix has to have extra stuff with it. So I put banana and honey with mine, which makes it.
So you don't eat it just milk, maybe.
No, I used to. If I'm not bored, if I'm lazy and I'm in a rush, I might do that. But whenever I make the conscious decision to have Wheat Bix for breakfast, I'm going to add things to it. And I have very often gone to the pantry, I want Wheat Bix. I look for banana and honey, and there's no banana or there's no honey, and I'm like, no, I'm not having Wheat Bix anymore, and I have something else.
But do you have it at night?
No, I wouldn't have that at night. That to me is a breakfast food.
Why is that different from cereal?
I don't know.
Is it just because of the fruity nature of it?
I think the fruit. I think it's the fruit in it. But that's weird because I would have Just Right or like Sultana brand, and that has sultanas in it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the extra steps.
The extra steps. So
yeah,
a midnight snack.
A midnight snack has to be ready in
quick.
like 2. Has to be ready 2 steps max. You cannot. A midnight snack is not you wake up and make a feast. A midnight snack is you wake up and you microwave something.
Yeah. See, mine's an air fryer.
Yeah.
You put something in the air fryer, put it for a couple minutes, and then it's done.
Yeah, okay.
That's like a glamorous midnight snack.
A glamorous midnight snack.
But I feel like with cereal...
What do you put in the air fryer? What do you have that goes in an air fryer?
Like chicken nuggets or...
You have chicken nuggets?
Palmies. Yeah.
The amount of times I've been here and I haven't been offered chicken nuggets. Unbelievable.
I've offered you everything else.
Yeah, everything. Literally everything. We were sitting there watching, what was it, Prey?
Yeah.
A film that I think I've accidentally watched the recap for online. Yeah, he's like, do you want popcorn? I'm like... Man, we're about to eat pies, you know. We
I have popcorn.
We've got 8 minutes. Yeah, that's true. You do have to have popcorn. So we'll probably go watch that movie when we're done with this.
But to turn it around back to the cereal, do you think people who eat cereal are either major fans or don't touch it? Two kinds of.
Well, 2 types of people.
Yeah, for cereal. So if you eat cereal, you'll have it at night, have it all the time.
Have it all the time.
And then other people just don't touch it.
Oh. It feels like a poll-worthy answer. I feel like you know what? I'm gonna set it to social media. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a photo and I'm going to Jesus Christ,
we should probably do it afterward.
No, we'll do it now and then I'll see if we can get something. There you go. And then poll. What am I polling? Cereal 24/7. Cereal. Oh, I just wrote Carl.
So have yes, no, and then don't touch cereal.
24/7. Cereal.
Morning.
When can you eat it? 24/7.
Morning or not at all. Or
never.
Just don't touch it.
Or just never. 24/7. Morning. Only. Never. There you go.
All right, we'll show you the results.
When this is done, I'm gonna vote on it myself, and I'm gonna say 24/7 because that's how I feel, personally. But hopefully, at the end of this, we'll come back if I remember.
Poll.
So we got to poll that to the audience. Eventually, we will do polls that we can just put, because you can just add a poll to a YouTube video. Can't you?
I can.
Oh well, we can add that to the YouTube video. If you watch this, click on the poll with the answer that you've got.
All right. Shall we go to the next pile, next topic?
We'll go... Did we even rank the Woolies pies? Yeah, we did 3.
3.
It's a 3. It's shit. Don't buy Woolies pies. You'll get depressed.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. Terrible.
Terrible.
It's hilarious because if we should I should have taken a photo of the 4, but The 4 of them, they looked similar, except for the Woolies one. The Woolies one stands out, and the Woolies one doesn't look like the other ones.
Like absolute shit.
Yeah, it's ass. Makes me want to drink more water to clear up my soul. You know? All right. Here's a question for you, Connor. I came back just recently from a very large holiday. Now, I would like to ask you, where is your ideal holiday destination, and how long would you go for, and if you've got any reasonings as to why?
Alright, so I've been around.
Well travelled.
Well, I've been to New Zealand, America, Europe, and Fiji.
You did go to Europe. You went on the trip.
Drama trip.
You did the drama trip.
So that was right. London, Italy, a few others.
Sick.
Yeah, so I've been to a couple key locations in America and that. I reckon perfect holiday, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks is the perfect holiday
I reckon
time.
is the perfect holiday time. If you go too long,
even for like an international trip, like even to somewhere like Europe or something.
Yeah. So if I say we were going to go to New Zealand, I would only want to spend 2 weeks in New Zealand. But if you're going to multiple locations internationally,
so it's like 2 weeks total at any one place.
In any one place.
Oh, okay. You know what? I like that. That's actually very interesting.
Like if we went to America, I would say like 3 days in Vegas, 3 days in LA.
Happens in Vegas.
Yeah, and then 3 days San Francisco, and then 3 days somewhere else.
3 days somewhere else.
So 12 days, weekends wherever you want to stay longer, and then bolt out.
And then leave. Wow, okay.
So that's my opinion on holidays. They shouldn't be too long because then they feel bloated.
Yeah.
And they can't be too short, otherwise it feels like you're rushing everything. Like Fiji we did in like 3 to 4 days.
Really? I feel like...
And we had something on every day.
Yeah.
And one rest day, and it just felt like hectic.
It
wasn't
a holiday. Yeah, it wasn't a holiday. Yeah.
It wasn't a holiday. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But that way you're not expending too much either. Yeah. But
I came back with $0. I have very little money to my name.
And how long were you?
I was gone for two and a bit months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were just staying there?
So I kept getting into a habit. So I stayed at most of the places that I went to for about a week. Well, at least that was the plan. We did at one point do like city hopping, jumping everywhere, but that was stressful, you know.
Yeah.
So we stayed in Berlin for a week. We stayed in Paris for a week. We stayed with our families for a week in the UK. All those types of things. And when we had a week, it always gave me a day to get there, a day to just chill out, a couple of days of just doing whatever, and then by the end of it, we just had a routine. Yeah. I'd wake up, I'd go to the bakery that I discovered, I'd go to the cafe that I discovered, then I would go out, do some touristing, go explore, look at crap.
See, that routine's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You're getting into that, you get into the culture.
And then
but if you stay too long, I feel like you don't want to leave.
Exactly. I think if I stayed longer, that would be a bit too much, in the sense where not necessarily that I would not want to leave, but I think I would just run out of oomph, I think. So it's the week is a good barrier of just like two weeks, absolute maximum. That's what I think. I think I could definitely stay for 2 weeks somewhere and find things to do and not get too bored. I would have like 3 rest days in between it, because I'd be like, bro, I'm here for 2 weeks. I am chilling the hell out. Yeah. I'm literally going to binge a Netflix series or something like that, just as like 2 days of pure rest.
Yeah.
Which is what I did, even in the week ones. Like I'd be there. I was in Amsterdam for a week, and for a day and a half, I did nothing. I genuinely kid you not. I got up to go downstairs to get breakfast and lunch and dinner, and I just stayed in the same building, going up and resting and sleeping and doing whatever. Played a bit of table tennis. That was the most I did, and it was great.
But circling back to the question,
yeah,
perfect holiday destination.
Yeah, destination. Where would you go?
Well, do I take over where I've been and my favourite out of that, or do I say where I want to go?
Let's say favourite place you've been and where you'd like to go next, and it can be the same thing.
Okay.
If you want to go back somewhere that you've already been, that's fair.
So, I reckon because I went at different ages, it made a different... I went to US at 15. So I couldn't do any drinking, gambling.
Right.
adult stuff.
Yeah.
I did all the kids
You
stuff.
still have to be 21 to do that.
Yeah.
Which is hectic.
Which is now.
Yeah,
but,
true.
I'd actually like to go back to New Zealand.
Oh,
I reckon that would be my
I'd love
do
to
the
do-
south side because I did the north side. I think
What's like? Is there? Unfortunately, I don't know too much. Like, what's the difference between north and south?
it's like Auckland south is more beach and stuff, and
Yeah.
then north is more touristy and more.
Oh, okay. So like what?
So the Shire and stuff is in north side New
Oh,
Zealand. and stuff.
right.
I think
Lord of the
you
Rings.
can clarify for me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
if anyone
I'm going
says
off
it's-
memory. But
Yeah. Because I'd love to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Because Australia has with New Zealand what Europeans have with each other. We
Yeah.
can just travel in between borders really easily.
Yeah.
Getting back into Australia is so annoying, man. That was the big thing. I got to flying all the way to Europe. I didn't have to sign a single document saying what I had on me, what I was doing. Didn't have to declare anything. I literally just got there and walked out. And then the guy I was with, knows a lot about Australian customs. So he was getting so stressed about like, oh my god, they're going to check us for this, they're going to check us for that. And I was like, no bro, we're just going to walk straight through. And I was like, no, they're going to check us for this, they're going to check us for that. We literally got there, the guy just looked at our passports, obviously sees Australian passport, and just pops us through. We walk through, and then he keeps going, like, oh, we're going to have to head this way to the declaration area. He's like, no, I think if we just walk out there, that's the exit. And he goes, what? It's like, yeah. And I just walk towards the exit, and I walk out, and boom, I'm out of the airport.
But coming back.
Coming back? Fucked. Literally stopped so many, places. Sorry, I probably shouldn't swear, eh?
Yeah, that's okay.
How many numbers? How many?
You can swear.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
worry.
Family friendly.
I'll censor it if it becomes...
Yeah, exactly. But coming back, there's just everywhere you go, you have to do this. You have to fill out one of those little customs declaration forms. So have you been on a farm anywhere in the last 30 days? Have you cleaned your shoes? Have you done this? And it's like, brother, god damn, we are picky. For such a laid back people, which we are picky as over who comes in and who doesn't.
Because I remember going to Fiji, I had a lot of paperwork and stuff. But we didn't end up using... This was during COVID times. So everyone was on...
You would have had to add a lot more.
Yeah, so I came with all the printed stuff and they said, no, you're clear to go.
You're good.
I was like, what the hell?
It's always coming back. It's always coming back. I was even told that, going through Belgium, we had to have our confirmation of vaccination. So I printed out a big confirmation of my vaccination and had it with me all the times just so I was prepped if anyone asked. I never got asked once. Actually, one of the crazy things that happens is we were driving through and you'll be on public transport going between countries. And doesn't happen all the time, I'm sure, but just randomly, your bus will get stopped, your train will get stopped, and police will board it and check everyone's passports. And it's like,
jeez.
Because I'm sleeping on this bus, and all of a sudden I wake up, and I just see, and we're surrounded by 3 police cars, and I'm like, are they looking for someone? Oh shit! And so I'm like, where have I left my passport in my bag in the boot underneath? And so I just start going through everything. I was like, where's it gone? Where's it gone? And he's literally standing just in front of me, getting the people in front of me. And I'm like, oh, there it is, bang. And I have it, and he literally he just goes, gives it back. And I'm like, okay, cool. Great. I'm not the guy you're looking for. This is brilliant. But yeah, that was interesting. That was the only time we were stopped by such a big contingent.
What about you? Where would you return after your travels? One country.
One country to return to? If I, just for a holiday?
2-week holiday.
2-week holiday, I get to go to one country. Because that's the thing, I can't just say Europe because you can get anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also different.
That's why I targeted country.
If I could go back somewhere, so if I'm purely going places that I have been, and I have to go back somewhere for 2 weeks.
Yes. That's correct.
I'm going to say Japan.
Japan?
I would love to travel back to Japan for 2 weeks.
You know what's interesting? That's where I want to go next.
Is that where you want to go next?
Japan.
Oh, brilliant. There you go.
That's my next trip.
That would be my top of where I want to go back to. But if I had to pick somewhere new, I would do Southern Europe, Mediterranean. Because I never made it below France and Germany.
Right. So Spain and...
Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece. But I'd rather do that in the summer because I travelled during Australian summer, European winter. So there's no point in going to all of those places because, it's still going to be nice, but it's not going to be as good as it could be. But yeah, so I would love to, if I had 2 weeks in any country. Actually, no, tell you what, if I had 2 weeks in any country, I would pick European summer, Portugal.
Portugal.
I think that would be stunning.
That would be
like it's a small country. That's 2 weeks to explore a nice little like a little sliver of something, and you know there's so much like vibrant culture. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. He's Portuguese, just in case you didn't know. I felt like a mansplained just there. But you know, it's just I love that. I think it's such a vibrant place, and being right there on the Atlantic Ocean. I had to think about that for a second. Atlantic Ocean. I think that'd be so cool.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be mad. And it's just like you sit there and you look out of the ocean and you're like, well, however many thousand kilometers that way is America. Mm. All of the Americas. Yeah. And there's just a bunch of random islands in between us. I mean, kind of hectic.
Just
right?
swim.
Yeah, just swim. I'd sit there and be like, I could make it. Yeah, I'll try. I'll give it a right old crack. Yeah, exactly. I think that would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Just for the sun. But yeah, if I had to go back somewhere, probably Japan.
Probably Japan, and I want to go to Japan just to see it.
Oh, dude, it
just sounds hectic.
Beautiful nation. Like if you go to the right places, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter what season you go to Japan in. Just pick the right spot for each season, because there's different spots that are beautiful for each season. But if you just go to there, wow, man. Oh, wow. Just like the whole cherry blossoms, magical, you know. You're sitting there and, you know, you see Mount Fuji, you know, over the thing. And if it's a clear sky, you can see, oh, wow,
just beautiful.
Just sick. Just awesome. But they're all small.
Shall we go to the next
Let's do the next pie. What do we got? So we've got that one. I believe that's the Super Barn pie.
All right. Super Barn, or do we go Coles versus Woolies?
Oh yeah, we just did Woolies, so let's test the Coles. Ooh. Well, that's not good. It's a bit broken, which is
sinking.
Unfortunately.
Oh, it's very doughy at the bottom.
Oh God, it really is. Hey. All right. Let's see how we go.
So this is Coles, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I think Coles won.
Coles is objectively so much better than the Woolies one.
It's got a good taste. I don't even care how doughy it is at the bottom.
I think it feels smaller. It's thinner than the other one.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not as bulky.
Yeah, it's not as bulky, so I don't know how filling it would be. But if it is a midnight snack, I would have a Coles.
I reckon air fried pie would work well.
Mm.
What do you think?
I don't have an air fryer, so I can't say I would know.
But that's pretty good.
I'll be honest, I don't mind that. The crust on the outside is nice. Like it's not.
I would like it a little crispy though.
You prefer it crispier?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's just we have to cook it for longer.
Yeah. So if we cooked it longer, maybe.
The mint is good. I'm very content to finish this pie. Basically.
Very tasty. What would we rate it? I'm leaning between a 5 and a 3. I would say that's the perfect average pie.
Average pie, bro.
But it's a bit tasty, so maybe a 7.
I think it's a good pie. It comes in a packet of 6 or 8?
6, I think.
6? I think it comes in a packet of 6, might be a packet of 8. If it comes in a packet of 8, it will be a higher rating. So if it comes in a packet of 6, I'd give it a 6. If it comes in a packet of 8, I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Simply because cost-benefit analysis.
So at the moment, our levels are... Coles is winning.
Is Coles winning? What'd you give the Aldi?
Aldi was like
because I gave it a
6.
7.
I think I gave the Aldi a 6.
Yeah, just because it's the cheapest.
Yeah.
Which is why I put it up there. Because we don't have... Yesterday we had a bunch of premium pies to test out as well, but this time it's just home brand because we're not expending more money.
Yeah, we ate all the premium pies before the incident. But
yeah, before the incident we had all the good pies first. And then we can't even use the footage, which is tough.
These things happen.
These things happen.
It's the first episode. We just need to iron out those kinks.
Ironing out everything and filling myself up on so many pies. I'm not going to want a pie for weeks, but that's okay.
Alright. What would you rate it?
Alright. This one, as I said,
this 7. One. Sorry, we got the rating.
Yeah.
At
6 or 7, depending on how many there are.
Order is, would you say Coles was better than the Aldi?
I think the Aldi one was thicker.
Yeah.
So I will say Aldi is
over,
better.
Right,
Aldi over Coles.
Aldi, Coles, Woolies.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then we got the Super Barn.
And we've got a Super Barn to finish this off. But I want to show you a video.
Alright.
So, another little segment that we're going to do every so often within this podcast is we're just going to chat about something that we found this week, or a game that we liked, or a movie that we liked.
Or something news of the week of the YouTube.
News of the week on the YouTube world. You know, Connor knows a lot about YouTube news and that type of thing, so he can tell me and we can chat about that. But I've been playing this game recently, and it is so much fun. It's made by Gearbox, the same people that make Borderlands. And it's called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So if I'm gonna pull up the official trailer. Oh, there it is. Hang on.
You had it.
There
you go.
Where are we? Where's F?
That's
F. Okay.
Dragon Adventure, baby! Come get it!
Got the energy
See
of
the walls
Borderlands.
of the mighty Great
Exactly.
Hoof. And a massive skeleton army! Catapults are assaulting the
fantasy,
city!
yeah.
The sky is filled with arrows!
You'll have to
And
see.
bombs! Evil is all around you!
Come on, let's kill these idiots!
Behold the horrid visage of the Banshee!
I've already played this boss. The Banshee's annoying as hell to play. But essentially, that is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Again, I missed that one. But what it is it's that Borderlands style humor. It's so interesting to play. It's so interesting to do that. It's such an absurd game. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Right, so it's all fantasy.
It's all fantasy based, but it's called Bunkers and Badasses. That's the game that is called inside Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Right.
And so there's two different modes. You have the tabletop mode where you run around this map and complete quests and whatever, and then you have the encounter mode, which is like you're playing D&D. They're like, oh, roll for initiative or whatever it is.
Right.
They say that, and then you just come in and it's a first person shooter, and you're just walking around and fucking. Oh, sorry.
Shooting.
You're just shooting whatever. You can cast spells. You have melee. You have everything. And it's so
high-paced action.
Yeah, high-paced action. Then it's chill while you're exploring the world, but it's just so damn funny. There's this scene where I don't want to spoil it too much. I replayed the game twice, not fully. But just because I stopped at this one scene and then I was like, bro, I need to play this game again so that I can watch this scene again. Once you defeat the Banshee, you're sort of helping this barbarian. It's this character in the game, and you're blessing your boat to go on a journey to the thing.
Right.
And then what ends up happening is this absolute bop of a tune starts playing. The barbarian starts riffing or whatever, and then he just casts. He goes like, "I cast magic missile," and literally I'm sitting there the first time I'm watching this thing going okay, it's just blessing the boat, we're gonna get on, what's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden literally nukes just start raining from the sky, and you genuinely blow up the ocean. And the ocean just disappears. And when I first saw that scene, when that first happened to me, I wish I recorded it, because I'm sitting there just going what the hell, man? What am I watching right now? This is that's when I realized that this game is just purely absurd. It's just mental. We should definitely play it together at some point. But
I haven't been really big in Borderlands.
Yeah.
I never played it.
I never played Borderlands.
So
ever.
was this your first?
This was my first introduction to the Borderlands universe. I never played it. I bought it actually because a friend of mine who I am currently playing a campaign with, he was he sent me a message months ago going, hey, you should get this game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I like it or not. And then finally I came back from the holiday and I was like, bro, you should definitely get it. And I was like, honestly, it seems kind of interesting. I'm just going to get it.
Yeah.
I got it. Best decision.
Best decision.
Mad. So much fun. And like the art style just grows on you.
Yeah. Right.
Because I watched that.
I like that art style always, Borderlands. It does seem a bit complicated at times.
Does it?
Like,
because
the drawing style.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an opinion of mine.
No, I mean, I think I get it because it looks simple, but it is in actuality complicated.
Yeah.
It's actually really hard to draw like that.
Yeah.
Which is so difficult because it makes it look like it's just something they whacked together.
Yeah.
But that is not the case at all.
It's all looks random, but it's actually all purposeful.
It's all purposeful. Which is great, you know. Hey, they should get some AI artists in there to help them out. They should get some AI artists to help them out with that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a game that I've been playing recently that I've really, really enjoyed.
On the news front, there's been some controversies surrounding the one and only Mr. Beast.
Ooh.
Twitter's gone against him.
There's always something going on with Mr. Beast. What didn't he get in trouble for like curing people's
That's
blindness?
exactly right. Everyone's been getting angry at him now.
Brother, people can see now.
Yes, so the argument is he's only doing it for the views. That he should do these things offline, which is a stupid take, I would think, because
horrendous take. He does it because he makes the video because people watch it, and so he has the money to do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. Think, people. Like, yes, okay, I guess it takes away from it, but if I am gonna make money from a charity event so that I can host another charity event. If I don't make money from the first charity event, I cannot do another charity event again. He does it because he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, but ever since that moment of curing 1,000 blind people, there was a take of like the thumbnail was a bit weird. It was him holding a child as the child was like.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was a bit on the note, a bit odd there. A bit poor choice of words.
Yeah, let's not hold children in thumbnails. I feel like that's a good idea.
But ever since that, he's been attacked against. Now,
is he?
I don't know if it's always. It seems like Twitter now is just always people against the grain. So if something positives happen, they always want to take a negative spin.
And if something negatives happen, they'll take a positive.
So like the Queen's dead. Some people said, we're happy that that's happened.
Happy that she's dead.
For no reason, just out of shock value or...
Yeah.
But...
Well, that's topical.
So,
that's controversial.
Yeah.
I feel like...
So recently he asked people to stack his, chocolate bars nicely.
Yeah.
Because he took a photo of it on Twitter and said, this is not looking great. Can you guys help? I'm starting to hire people now to...
Just to stack
the chocolate.
Wow.
And now people like snapping it and breaking it, making it a mess.
Oh no.
Just to go against the grain.
People do anything for clout.
Yeah.
What would we do for clout?
I don't know.
What would you and I... What
Feel
would
my
you...
car crash.
Yeah. Would you sell your soul for clout?
I don't think so.
Yeah. As long as one of us still has our soul, right?
Yeah.
I'll sell my
half
soul.
a soul.
Yeah, we'll do half and half. Hey, if anyone has connections to the devil,
let us know.
Neither of us are religious, by the way. That's something I had just on, I don't know how I went on that very quick plane, but when I was in Europe, I had to constantly ask people, are you religious? Because all of my jokes would have just gone out the window.
Oh, no.
I just wouldn't have been able to make them anymore.
Did you go to like churches and stuff?
All the time. No, but like we'd go into churches and obviously you'd just like sit there and sightsee and whatever, and you just sit there, and at one point we walked into one and there was no one else in it. It was just me and my friend, and we went in dead silent, absolutely dead silent. There's nothing going on, and we sit there. We go into the pews and we sit down and we heads down, and I pull out my phone, and I just start playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley out of my phone, and so we're sitting there, dead silence, and you just hear. And I'm sitting there vibing, and my mate's like a couple pews over to the right, and I just see him look up and go like, try to contain his laughter, because you're not allowed to laugh in those situations. And yeah, so that's the type of stuff that we got up to in churches, which was great fun. But yeah, oh well, Anyway, last pie.
Last pie.
I'm feeling ready for this last pie. So this is the super barn pie.
Yep.
Yesterday, this pie actually received a glowing review. So let's find out if it is just as good
Yeah, because we did the premium and...
as it was yesterday. Cheers. Oh, you didn't even wait for me. This is black and gold, by the way. There's something about it I don't like.
What's that? Too doughy?
Yeah. I think on the bottom, yeah, there's too much.
I think we should have cooked these a little bit longer.
No, not that. There's just, because this was the same as it was yesterday.
Yeah, right.
It has that flakiness at the bottom. I think it's a perfectly average pie. It's not going to cure my depression, but it's not going to give me any more.
Alright.
I'm going to give it a 5. It is
I
dead
think-
bang on average.
I think a 5 as well. It's pretty average.
Ooh! Better than Woolies. Oh, God.
Alright, so final score is Aldi, top banger for cheap, good pies.
Mm-hmm. Cheap, good, depression.
Coles for that, slightly better but a
Yeah.
bit more expensive.
Yeah, above quality. To be fair, the score does change. It might be a tie between Aldi and Coles, just depending on how big the packet is.
Wherever you're closer.
Yeah. We'll put it up on the screen when we work out how big each one is. But yeah, and then Woolies way down there.
Way down
I
there.
honestly would give it a 2. Like it genuinely,
It sucked.
yeah, it
Never
sucked.
buy that again.
I'm never buying that pie again. That was horrendous. But you've thrown out the super bun one.
Done.
Too much pie, man. Too much pie. They've done pretty well for a bunch of people that had to redo this recording again. And
Just for you.
we lost 48 minutes of chatting
Oh, that was
about random stuff. Right. Now, the poll that I put up.
final results. Maybe we should do a poll before every podcast.
The final result, 87% of people said 24/7.
Cool.
7% of people said morning only, and 6% of people said never.
6%.
So-
Who was the morning people?
Hold on, let's have a look.
Not who. How many?
How
What was
many?
the
I'm
percentages?
trying. Well, 87% of people said it was 24/7.
Yeah, and then the morning
Morning is 7%,
and never.
6%.
So a 1% difference between only morning or never.
Yeah, a 1% difference between morning only and never. So it seems like the amount of people that really like cereal far outweigh the
Nevers.
number of So I've got there you go. There's literally like 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. Did anyone actually vote morning? Hang on.
What? What the dang hell?
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, an overwhelming majority of people say that cereal can be eaten at any time of the day, which I agree.
Yeah, I disagree. But
right.
I'm not a cereal person.
That is true. So I think that non-cereal people are the 7 and 6% that haven't said that, but anyone who actually likes cereal and enjoys it will be happy to eat it any day.
Any day, any time. I know Finn's big into it as well.
Yeah.
Eating a lot.
That would be interesting. But I think
That'll be it.
I think that'll be it for today.
We've eaten pies. We've had a bit of a chaotic couple days.
It's been meant
My chair broke. We've
Yeah.
had a car accident.
We're gonna have to get a new deck chair for the Babadoe. We might get you a blue one actually.
A blue one.
Yeah, if we get him a blue one, and I can have a green one. As you can tell, we're kind of thematic
Yeah,
right now.
we're pretty close to our colours.
Yeah, we're doing
Anyway.
we're doing right.
I hope you guys enjoy this podcast, the very first episode.
Yes.
And I'll see you mates in the next one. Bye guys.